Hey, what's good, chat? Starting a little late, but that's okay. I do not understand. I'm over here looking at Twitter, and I see Riot is trending under the gaming, and I can see nothing under this tag that has to do with Riot games. But that's okay. Seraphine trending though, which is interesting. I guess because she got a new skin and everyone's like freaking out over it or something. Which, understandable, it is a pretty nice looking skin. Now, if only we could get some of the other skins be revealed. Particularly the Kane one. That'd be great. But that is somewhat unrelated. It has really nothing to do with what we're doing here. So, we're starting the third game. This is it. It's the last game to play of the trilogy. We will be taking a break from the external characters for a little bit after this, as we kind of strangely decided, just kind of out of nowhere on a whim, Fire Emblem 6. That'll be it. Binding Blade. That's what's coming up next. After we finish Ace Attorney 3. Trials and Tribulations, which has, in my opinion, one of the best prosecutors. If not the best. I really like him. He's cool. He's real cool. I don't understand, like, half of the things with his design and how they make sense in the world, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is that we start the game and play it. I don't think if I have anything, like, announcement-wise. I don't think so. I mean, I spent a good chunk of today going back into all the D&D VODs and making sure all of the timestamps were there. So all the chapter selection stuff exists now. And as far as those are concerned, it'll probably take about a day for them to get chapter selection stuff up. Because that's about how long it takes for the, like, edit on the YouTube side of things to go through. So it won't be done immediately. I will try to get it done as quickly as possible. But sometimes I wake up and it's not done, or it's not, like, done processing the trimming out of stuff. So when that's the case, I just have to give some time. So he said I wasn't ready. Fragilities? I'm gonna assume that's how that's said. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. I was not in the middle of a thought. I was not expecting anything out of that. But yeah, I'll get those updated as I can when I think about it. But I don't think I got anything else. I'd like to play more Strive, but man, I've been so bad about that. Just something always comes up, or I just always feel terrible on weekends. So I haven't had the ability to do it. Like, I don't know how, but every week on, like, Saturday, Sunday, just something comes up. Just something is happening that is not in my control, and I'm just stuck. It's not going to get any better when my classes start up in, like, 2 weeks. But regardless, let's get into it. Trials and Tribulations. I'm excited. I know very little about this game. All I know about this game is who the prosecutor is, or who the main prosecutor is, and that's it. I know nothing else, because I have not played this one before. As I said with Ace Attorney 1, that's like the only one I ever really went through. I know little bits and pieces from the various games, but this is a first-time experience, essentially. I've seen a few little bits out of the trials, just from other people I know playing it, but I haven't actually... I can't tell you anything from that. All I remember is there was a map, and that was it. So, some part of one of the trials. And, of course, who our new prosecutor will be. But... Oh! Hey. This will be interesting. She's in this game. Alright. Turnabout memories. As is usually the case, I've seen, like, half of the character models. Huff, huff. Ah! How did I get into this mess? A Deadman! He kinda nice looking, though. Why? Why did I do that? I don't know. Oh, hi, Phoenix. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore? Hey, it's not your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl? Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. So... Oh. So this is the game we get this model of Phoenix, huh? It wasn't me. I didn't... I was wondering if it was this game or if it was further on. I didn't do it. I believe you, Phoenix. I believe you didn't do it. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial. What? April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Yeah, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Ah, Mia! Please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? Relax, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Oh, let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court? Still, you surprised me. What, with your earnest request that last night? Well, let me handle this case, and you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. You see, the poor young man is in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Oh. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Keep smiling, yeah. I just want to say I'll give it all I've got. Yep, I'll be fine, no problem. Oh, man. This is how this game starts, huh? Oh, what's wrong, or do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screwed up all the time. Was that their name? Oh, yeah, it is the Wright brothers, huh? Never put that together. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. You kind others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. First time I appeared in court was a year ago. Man, we're getting the backstory now. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. What, did you lose? It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself. Groovy music. It's got some of the best music, too, from what I've heard out of it. It's got some... I mean, all of the games have great music, but... sounds like one of the best like chill tunes in the whole franchise. April 11th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Ah, it's Winston Payne again, I see.
The court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor!
The defense today is... This, Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you?
Yes, well...
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
Let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Man, this song just jams. Let's go.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon. Man, he actually has hair. He actually has hair. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus in Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. Of course. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. When students discovered the scene shortly after the murder, they found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, they then called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence.
Crime took place behind an IVU building.
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity? I don't know what that word means. Is well earned, Your Honor. I'm going to look that up, because I genuinely have no idea what that is. Is that a real word? The quality of being sagacious. What is sagacious? Oh, English, why do you suck? Sagacious. Having or showing keen mental discernment and good judgment. So your reputation for having good judgment as well, then. Okay. Understandable. Truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. I love that he's like flipping his hair. What? Send that to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? Cause, go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry, I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here, the details of the case are filed on the court record. Fine, you knew that already, didn't you? Ah, court record. I think I can see that by pressing the R button. All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data then. Think carefully before you answer the dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Gotta stay calm. Can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look and press the R button. Badge Doug's autopsy report. Date and time of death, 4/9 at 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Okay. Spear on the head of Grossberg Law Offices. He's 61? Dang. I don't know he was in his 60s. Phoenix Wright, 21 at the time. Client, a third-year art student at Ivy University. Currently has a cold. I didn't know Phoenix was an art major. That's cool. Doug Swallow, the victim. Fourth-year pharmacology student. 22. Dahlia Hawthorne, Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, dated the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. And of course, Winston Payne, prosecutor for this trial, a veteran lawyer with a little too much confidence. Alright, I think we got it all.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Asphyxiation. It's electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? Did such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as the trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean? Or what do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know.
Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
Ah, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need, then shove it in old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. In the old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady.
Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with the R button, so be sure to go over it all.
Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
It would be Dahlia Hawthorne. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on that, at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly she had some part to play in this story.
Not necessarily, but true.
Ah, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants.
Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, let's try.
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, you know, I guess I'm a suspect?
No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh. I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug.
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. Telling you I was...
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his code to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor. The victim and I. Alright. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I'd never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Oh, he was British, huh?
Oh, I see. So you hardly knew the victim.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Phew. So the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He is right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But so is my client.
Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that?
Is he saying the testimony just now?
That there was a lie? A contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? The victim and I admit I was there. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened, anyway.
Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
Oh, coincidence, huh?
I'm not a killer. All I was from his body. I believe that. You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh?
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there, next to the body, in shock.
Ooh. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Oh my god. Did you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, but I really knew the guy to begin with? So, you didn't know his face, or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean... So, which is it? Did you know him or not?
Now, see here, you can't avoid answering the questions by sneezing all day.
Yes, well... I guess I did know his name. News to me? Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who is this Dolly person?
Yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. Never even talked with that stuck-up British wannabe. Mr. Wright, you stated that following your testimony, I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not the killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim? Or, how is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you something, Miss May?
Yes, Your Honor? What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Mia, there's a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossford.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business with evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
I can handle myself. 1 year ago, I was in the courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
But remember, you can always press them to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia, one more time, from the very beginning of his testimony. We knew the guy. A Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Yeah, there's no Union Jack there. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body, but if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea that he was wearing, or what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me! Please forgive me! Ah! Mia, you've made our client cry! Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's library. Hey, it's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
What's the medicine that you took off of the counter brand? Called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Did you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
You lost it?
Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, should I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to look at another photo from the crime scene.
What's this in the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X!
Yes, but even if I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment...
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, but since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What? Yeah, you never really got to see a lot of the like, Mia stances and stuff. It's really nice to see them.
Betting his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been could only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. Court will accept them into the record.
Victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Found clutched in the victim's hand, covered in Wright's fingerprints.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when the large wave of electricity passed through. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids.
What really happened? Tell us. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 245 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell me more lies. Man, Mia looking kind of nice. So. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he pulled me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is...
My, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart?
Oh, what? What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murdered victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
He was in the pharmacology department, so he could get at 245. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated that you should meet at 245? Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was from the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
Alchemist?
I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. The whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? The pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in the testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity? That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there's high-voltage cables everywhere. High-voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead or on the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Not sure about them really split up. So, what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime? Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. You went back to when I'm lying there? So, you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Was she angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year. That's good. Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open. Yeah, he really do be looking fresh out of a vaccine session. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. Like, Edgeworth? On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? It was hard to do with anything. I'd never be too sure. I'd always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Yeah? Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Well, let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony could not be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl. Huh?
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor?
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, You are correct, Your Honor.
No, it has been. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Establish murder method. I believe we can. I hope I didn't just see what I think I just saw. Your Honor?
Yes, Miss Faye?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I know that. Actually, I'd totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
Crime photo number 1. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? Yeah, power line broke. But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in the photo is the murder weapon?
Why, right above the deceased, you big dumb doofus! Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... What is that?
Severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard?
machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage, and because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then the high voltage cable.
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about that, what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
That much is certainly true.
That is not true. The cable could have just snapped itself. He didn't have anything. He doesn't have to have anything to do with it. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that establishes Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. Ah, you mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder. He squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Order! That's enough. I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue with this cross-examination.
Stick a fork in us. We're done. Mr. Grossford. My hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over here. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Well, do you have something further to add, Miss Hay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. You don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I can't say it. I told you what really happened, then It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end. Oh, nice. Objection! We've already established the defendant's guilt. I always love his objection. It's so funny. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further... I did it. No, you didn't. Don't lie to us. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. Whoa. My bad. I didn't see that. I'm assuming it was something like he said something about Dolly. But girl, you shouldn't see her anymore? Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that.
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell you the whole truth. It'll be okay. Want it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. I really did push the victim. It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing a Harlem Shake. Oh, come on. Come on. Get out with that. No! Stop!
Was it really that time of year when this came out, huh? Is that when this came out? Is that when did the Harlem Shake start? Yeah, right? When did this start? What year was it? Creation? When was this? Late 2000? 2013 is when it was uploaded. That's when it really exploded as a meme, was in 2013. When did this game come out? $2004. All right, so it's referencing literally not anything related to that. Good. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried, so I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electric cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that.
Well, a simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there wasn't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. He is innocent. There must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Yeah, something. When I pushed the victim. Oh, hang on a second. I need to double check something. That doesn't seem right. Still says we're at 2 points. I didn't notice this at first. Yes, this is the tutorial. Our tutorial case. It's 5 years ago, is what it is. Okay. It would be under viewer rewards, emotes. Yeah, I am at 3 points. That's so weird. Second case, actually, not her first. He made that very clear. That 1 year prior to this, she had her first case and was traumatized and never wanted to come back. He's talking bad about Dolly. So what kinds of things did Mr. Fellow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Still make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I shoved it. I hit him with that 50-50 cross-up mix-up. He wasn't ready for the throw, and he died. You tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said he wanted to... he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. Hit him with the 50-50 grab mix-up. Shoved him to the ground. Give him a light, gentle shove to the chest. A light, gentle shove to the chest. Light shove. Medium shove. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right, there was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like a cheap asphalt. Whew.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
A light kick. Heavy shove. Ah!
That loud noise? And what did you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. I don't know, it's probably, Manfred Fun Karma. What it was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? Like a sharp crack. Could it have been... Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. And then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. It was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye? What do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well... Of course it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important! No, this cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
So I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella? You are certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see I was wearing the sweater here? Probably stayed up late for... Oh my god. Stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Oh, my stomach is not used... Or is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia. I'm so sorry.
Continue on with the testimony with us.
I don't think I need to press anything further. The umbrella was not underneath him. Yeah, right. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at this crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. Before the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive!
But no!
Order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
Umbrella added to the court record. Owned by the victim, found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
Yeah, but...
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No!
I must say, I still find it hard to believe. A huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
In his testimony entered the court record. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound within the sound.
Well done, Mia.
Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness?
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible?
Incontrovertible? Incontrovertible.
Huh?
Well, it's because Max Payne actually has hair this time. Thank you. Look, man, I have never heard or seen that word before.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, you don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
Very good.
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news? Couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? Oh man, my gross work is getting worse and worse every time. Whew, that's one of those times right now. Okay.
I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dang, this is a long tutorial. We might not be meeting the best prosecutor. April 11th, 11:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Well, one of the best. I don't know if he is the best. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious. You're hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life? Huh. Can I tell me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Oh, that's actually a really cute picture. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Oh boy. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, but before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. A small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone. Anyway. So, after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always does the same thing to me. Let's give it back now. What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne, 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you know? This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this, a newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the court... murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct? Article from 828, almost 8 months ago. Clipping out of the court record. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Ah, yes, but I am afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving. Aw, man, I hate when the teacher calls for recess to end. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. To be continued. Dang, this actually is the longest tutorial I think we've had. Ooh! I got a new save sound. I like it. Here we go. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories. I like how there's different colors as well. Very, very nice. Small touches, you know? You gotta appreciate the small touches. April 11th, 12:13 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh, Mr. Grossberg is actually gone.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call me a witness.
Well, this next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hoffman to the stand.
Oh, look at her. She's kind of cute, though. She got a Code Geass kind of face. What's with the stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I've been deceived by many witnesses.
I mean, I guess, but usually, like, the tutorial cases are, like, 30 minutes to an hour max. But this one's just, like, long. We've never had, I don't think the first or second game had a 2-part intro. But this one does. I'm not against it. Obviously, that means there's more Ace Attorney to play. But still, it's crazy.
It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
I will bash them with my gavel.
I thought they'd look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you for calming my nerves. They're all so nice. Must feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now? Bro! You can't say that! It's against Switch policy! Honestly, though, she might as well have a Geass, though. she's got the crazy, super pointed chin that everyone in Code Geass has. Everyone just immediately loves her. Really, her Geass power is that she can make anyone fall in love with her. Duh. Also, how is that not actually a Geass? Like, for real? Anyways. Can we move on now? What is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hoffman. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine.
Well, you know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard? Calm it down! Yeah, I guess. But, like, that's, like, Lucius wasn't just like, you fall in love. I mean, I guess he could command them to fall in love with him, but no one specifically had the ability to just be like, you love me. That's right. You're mine now. So there was one that allows you to reverse time, which is pretty nutty. Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny would never kill anyone, I just know it.
Yes, yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She's gonna be a tough witness, alright. It took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
What I witnessed. As a side note, you've never seen Code Geass. Amazing. Literally my favorite anime ever created. One of the best animes ever made. I love it. It's very good. Highly recommend. I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, oh god, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
It's almost like that's the case.
That young lady. As old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. Teehee? I changed a bit. Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are... acquainted? Yes. We've met before. Once.
I see.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey.
Madam?
No one's grandma yet, girlie.
And you never will be. Spoilers for the first Ace Attorney game. What I witnessed. So first things first. Very little information is being disclosed at this time since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria said to have been a lawyer. However, police questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. So, in other words, Mia thinks she's a murderer and killed whoever that lawyer was. Understood. Alright. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what are you doing in the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese senryu poetry.
Oh ho ho! How wonderful! It's the humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes!
Nothing left to do when a man reaches this age. Sleep in his best friend. Or sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Ah, yes, I see, that makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? You mean Dougie? So, who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So, what were Mr. Swallow and Mr. Ray talking about anyway? How would you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. But that's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witness down to your level!
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next?
And suddenly Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right?
I was watching the whole time. He never did a thing to Dougie.
Guess for no good reasons. I just know the judge will get angry with me. Should do another testimony just now. Show contradiction.
Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never... Miss Fey, I will not allow you to badger this witness! I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting... Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Stop. Please, I'm just trying to do my job, man. Please stop. Now then, Miss Hawthorne? The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. We're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see them.
You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground. And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right.
Didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear anything unusual either. That's not true either. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you?
I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a break.
That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
go to find some other students, and I called the authorities. I didn't hear anything unusual. Does student's testimony have... Yes. You say you didn't hear anything unusual? Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Or this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Ah! May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
The reason why I didn't hear the noise? You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on. I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The train was just beginning to let up. But it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia, the testimony just now. There's something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? That there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh, ah! I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
What kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. Man. Got hit with a sunlight spear, huh?
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't. But... I assume he's gonna say it.
I've heard that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day on that location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable was definitely linked to this case.
What evidence, Mr. Payne? What is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
A pharmacology student who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Some testimony of the court record. What power cables broke?
There's some sort of impact that poured out at 2:55. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor? I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to say its opinion.
Well, then let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
Probably the umbrella would be my guess. Well, you know, because he was... Never mind, nothing bad, nothing bad. What time is that? Is that 3 o'clock? Like, just after 3 o'clock? That looks like. It's like 3:05 on the watch. I mean, I think I know what caused the problem. Or at least who caused the problem, but I don't know... Not a... I mean, like, I feel like it's the umbrella. Like, that was my first thought about this whole case, is that the umbrella flew up, snagged onto the cable, and then, you know, dropped the cable and whatnot. But I don't actually know. I think Phoenix is just being stupid. Mistaken the sound? But I'm not entirely sure. What caused the cable to break? I mean, it could have been the shove from Phoenix. But it wouldn't have been his fault still. It's not like he did it intentionally. Yeah. I think that's... I mean, I feel like it's more accurate to say Doug, because he got bumped out, but let's say Phoenix is shot. Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that...
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55, which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Yes, the prosecution also came to the same conclusion. Because this is 5 years ago! How dare you spoil it! Don't spoil it, she's dead! She only died 2 games ago! Stop! Why would you do this? This says no spoilers! Ah! Oh, what was that? That, like, not riff. I don't know, slide? Arpeggio? I don't know what you'd call that. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole. I assume so. It does say no spoilers, it's in the tags. No one ever reads tags, huh? Victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was the impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. The victim was electrocuted.
It literally does, because it's in the tags! I can literally see it! I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. What do you mean now it does? It did the whole time. I know what tags I put on when I start the stream. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
That's fair. Order in the court.
Ah. The lamentations of my enemy. Oh, I've longed to hear them.
It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have...
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation? She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Of course it's alright. Just go ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time was in the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute.
That is the exact opposite of what you said before.
So after being shoved, Victim got up and tried to run away?
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Nothing about this is accurate. I refuse to believe any of that.
Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. No, I'm sorry, I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge?
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me?
Of course he won't! What did you...
Oh, come now. Just a little old white lie. We'll forget it this time. Please be more careful from now on, alright?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all.
Judge had better be more careful himself. Dark Alley is friendlier than that girl. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical bowl?
I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp. He wants to be? Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
He really isn't.
So, let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold? What?
Miss Fay, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness.
I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on.
Cheer them on? What do you mean by that?
Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all.
That's very sweet of you to be so supportive.
What happened after that? Is that what we're calling that? Is that what we're gonna say that was?
It doesn't sound quite right.
There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket, but Mr. Payne... Were there also prints found on the back of the leather jacket?
Well,
no, there weren't.
Madam Fay, may I suggest you listen a little more carefully? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he?
Yeah. In less than a minute? Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted?
I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away.
That's understandable.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
Let's take out the contradiction here. All over. I don't have much time to come up with a lie, so this might be my best chance.
There must be a hole in our testimony somewhere, think me. I think it's here and then the watch, because the watch says about 3:05. Which this all occurred in less than a minute, and that doesn't make sense. But I'm not fully confident in this. But I'll do it anyways. Objection! Let's go! That's enough, witness.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Oh, that medicine. It's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It's up to the precise time the victim was electrocuted.
In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Hey! I did know how to... I was right.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m.
Yeah! Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Ooh.
Order in the court. What is this about?
This is nonsense, the real murderer. Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer.
Miss Fay, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Oh god, this soundtrack! This Gift soundtrack slaps! Not the best music. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Well, very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay. Now then, Miss Fay, let's have it. Who was the real killer?
It was Mr. Winston Payne!
No, it was Dahlia.
It only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you... The defense is grasping at straws! 10 minutes passed between the time of the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order! Miss Fay! What? I mean, why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death, by your very own hands. Ah! How can you say something so mean, Madam Fay? I didn't do anything.
Miss Fay! This is a very serious charge you are.
I'm sorry, was that Phoenix? Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say.
You? What is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Fay. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Ah! Leave my Dolly alone. Ah, that boy. He's gotten himself in way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. You reported the incident 8 months ago. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. You'd better take a good look at it. It details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Oh.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Oh, Mr. Payne can wait. I gotta read this. Location, District Courthouse, Cafeteria. Time and date, August 27th, 4 p.m. Diego Armando. Occupation lawyer. Suspect Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Coffee, you say? Anyways. Is that person under the court record? Dang. So what I'm getting out of this, out of all of this, is that Mia is single? Well, really, Your Honor, that is I... May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. That is I, go right ahead. Madam Fay, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin this whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear friend. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear. Ah, I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally met or meet? Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hall.
Oh, God. Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence to suggest that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on just for a little bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. How I met my Feeny.
Feeny is such a weird thing.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. Like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. When the moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. Been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt.
Now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
How I met my Feeny. 8 months ago. Was it that time you had been dating Doug Swallow? Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Oh, look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
We should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Gun Genie.
So they were destined to meet in this... okay. Courthouse reading room? It's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madam Faye. Well, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you. This has nothing to do with Miss Swallow's case.
Remember, the judge is on Dahlia's side. Better tread carefully. Now keep pressing. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well, young lady. I've got a simple question for you. What are you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. In the courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. You were writing a paper? On what? On the relationship between modern semi poetry and the criminal underworld.
Sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Down to the midlife crisis.
Mia, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear. But be sure to read it carefully.
When my eyes met, you skipped the beat. So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Perhaps to a woman of your age, but to me, Feeny is handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen.
Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked.
He is telling the truth. That was truly shocking.
Beautiful mushrooms growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeny.
Is that supposed to be a good thing?
Okay. Have any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms.
But that can't be.
Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup.
Huh? Are you sure?
Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way.
So the victim wanted to break up with her? Press further. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow wanted to break up with you?
Well, you see... What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife.
No one cares, Mr. Payne.
You didn't deny it. That must mean... Dick Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Oh, listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. The only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
Listen to meet. Do some research? I don't believe it. Present. Maybe the newspaper clipping? And or the test. Probably the clipping. No, not the. Okay. What do you think of this witness's statement?
I don't see any problem with it.
Actually, I don't either.
Well, what am I going to make a fuss for? Think before you speak, young lady.
I think you missed the mark on that one, Mia. To write a paper? But it's kind of like the report or... The report then? There we go. Yeah, that's the report, not the news clipping. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Did you actually come here for a much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in the criminal case against just 8 months ago.
Order. This is unbelievable. It's true that the loveliest rose...
Miss Fay? That's not fair! You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not stand...
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Just pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
You expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, put the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia! Oh, you really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. Can you stop? Can you stop? Just, no one cares, just stop. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. When I heard it was a liquid poison that is lethal in just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So, you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. I have a feeling I know where that poison is.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha! Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. I lost that accent, like just halfway through it, you know what? Voice acting is hard, okay? With the lawyer who was poisoned discussing in the cafeteria that day. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Wow. Alright. You're right, though. You're right. Let me just voice act better. Why don't you tell us all what that incident was?
That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case.
Objection sustained. The defense's questioning is stricken from the record.
Getting involved in a lot of incidents, aren't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Tally, I'll protect you.
You heard the man? Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please.
Well, those two really are making me ill.
Albeit for decidedly different reasons. How long were you gone? I've already answered all these questions for the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes?
And where are you doing that such a time? Using the toilet?
What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little toilet.
You're the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time.
Oh, Feeny, please. The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue the testimony.
Was lethal in just 2 teaspoons? Well, how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's 1/2 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
There's about 2/3 of that in there. Oh.
The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there.
It was a very special kind of poison? Special kind of poison? How so?
Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where did something like that come from?
I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard the police saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Oh, no, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did that criminal get something like that? See, I innocent don't even know what to get a poison like that? I refuse to believe that statement.
Ugh. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten poison. I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye. She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions. So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained poison. All we had to do was find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great. Just how did a lit student get a hold of poison of all things?
I might have an idea. Whoops! And in fact, I believe it's her wonderful little present. Well, maybe it's not. Okay. Clearly, that is not correct. Oh, you know what? Pharmacology student? She was dating him at the time? Maybe he supplied it. Right? I mean, that's something I can think of. But clearly we have to find out how the poison was obtained. And if it wasn't in the vial itself, I guess if that's not the correct answer, then it has to be Doug, because he would be able to do something with that. That's what he was researching, basically. I didn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
Its laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could have never obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it means you had access to such poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You! No!
Order! Could it be?
That's nothing to do with the... May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anyway, did they? She's right. They didn't mention that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something like that. Or something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. You're saying I threw the poison container away. I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? Yeah, she gotta go with that.
Now the necklace is in play. Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning this way.
Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose the lead. Police conducted a full body search of Dahlia in the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
Well, if you're going to accuse a lady of committing a murder, where's the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. Well, the defendant was the witness's accomplice. Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as present. What? But that's...
A charming little necklace. What is this? Little bottle? It's really quite cute. So, what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell on Mr. Phoenix Wright's... met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th. The very same day of the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No.
Order! Order in the court!
On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why?
Because I'm madly in love with her.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... either because of the necklace or to keep... Why? Probably the necklace though, right? Dahlia Hawthorne was not, and is not, madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. Like, necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. Oh, what a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Yeah. Mia, are you alright?
Oh, the defendant, he's getting away. Bailiff, hurry, after him!
Mia? Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy! You're completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no! Oh no! What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. What? That's terrible! That's right, must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved it. What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Well, forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it.
You what? You ate it?
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. What the? What?
What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? Volume solid may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly, the bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling's defense attorney's overreactive imagination.
So it would seem.
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can say that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. Court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I'd like to proceed.
Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Miss Fay. I totally slipped my mind. I'm really sorry. I know you believe in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? Something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, at the inn at Duck Swallow? I think girl, you should see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you, for your own sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night someone stole some poison from our lab. But poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl's a thief. Stop it.
Don't talk about her like that!
Oh! Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous! There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Lily was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but... I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is... The defendant is... Miss Fay, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? That's declared with Mr. Wright's testimony. Then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Yeah, it's your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back, therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Mr. Phoenix Wright. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was... Mr. Phoenix Wright! Me? That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered! Well, it's true that that's how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Not quite. Oh, Mr. Wright. It's us killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to the incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. All she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. I had to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. There was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Wah. Me? What a joke you are? Oh, hi. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I haven't told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne.
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can say you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? Seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Hey, old man, you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Maybe that's shocked. Or do you prefer me? This way, Mr. Judge. Absolutely no proof you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. That's weird. I'm gonna get away this time. Well, stop me! If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No! Why? Better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish your guilt once and for all?
I mess up here. Career as a lawyer is over. To be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, this is my attorney's badge and let her get away with this murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible! You can't possibly... Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there's already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
You are unable to establish our guilt. Then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. Just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets a chance to soar. Who's planning to poison Mr. Wright? That's the case, and the poison would probably be in there.
Well then, Miss Wright, please present your evidence. Show this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hoffman was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Of course, the Cold Killer X. He was using it like every day.
He's eating it like all the time.
Every meal. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine?
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I want the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Oh, what are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. He did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. Then she realized, I can't let Doug swallow something. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who he thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. Hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Although she was carrying a bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow! Anything you gotta say about that, Winston? Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you weren't being fooled, are you? This stupid woman. Nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. Oh, Miss Hawthorne? It's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? That's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, and then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you take some of this medicine right now. Yes. Mia Fey. Oh, God. Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Uh-huh. Yes.
I'm gonna go spend some quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Well, alright then. Ooh! It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown any scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care! I'm Winston Payne! I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold venison? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said. There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hawthorne with my very life. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Yeah. My hair, it's flying off my beautiful hair now! Whoa, no! Oh, man. Rip his hair, dude. Rip his hair.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there's something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie, just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor?
It's just weird. Did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor? Whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment to bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant Phoenix Wright not guilty.
Ooh, yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo!
This court is adjourned.
Easy money! April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mia! You were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. And during the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. That's not even... I don't care. Mr. Roper, you maybe need to stop talking about them? Huh. That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something? Boy, this poor kid still hasn't gotten a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company is this guy Gabe? I don't believe that! Edgeworth is more grown up. Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But that's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye? Lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. Well, you will. A lot. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But he has passed on to a
better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, just believe in your client. In the court of law, the greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories, the end. That was, I think, the longest opening of the trilogy. Oh, look at the man. Look at the man. A new episode has been added. I'm going to take a quick moment, though, to go grab some water. So I will be back momentarily once I have obtained water. Oh man, I don't think we have enough time to meet the boy. Meet the guy, the man. Unfortunate. He's really cool. But we do definitely have time to begin the next case. So we will do exactly that. Right now. Right here. Poor Phoenix, though. Rest in peace. Got stuck in a relationship where he dated a woman that was a absolute psychopathic murderer. All because he's an idiot. And also insulted on his appearance constantly. Literally the whole time. I think I already saved it, but I'll... yeah. The time is 1 a.m. Beep. Beep. Yeah? Detective, we made it! Yeah. What a relief. That jewel is still safe. That's gumption. Oh, you said it, pal. I must have been on rock solid for that. You might open the safe just to double check. I did not catch that. I'm gonna be real. Nor did I catch that. Ah! We've been hacked! Master Mask, salutations! Up front, guards, turn to the searchlights. Better luck next time, gentlemen! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. What's music? We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Mask the Mask. Well, October 11th, 3:24 p.m. right in code offices. Hey, Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? What do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... don't be silly. Talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hello. Pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls! Changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Treasure expedition? Or exhibition? The Sacred Urn, Karain Village? Isn't that... That's right! It's our hometown, Pearly and mine, that is. Is this about treasures from the boonies? Ha ha ha, very funny. You can laugh all you want. You'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight?
The Treasure of Corain's exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the Prompter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick?
Is there anything different? Did you do something different? Heh, say Maya. Different day. She looks exactly the same. The lady here is Maya Fey. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, it's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, what are you calling shady? You shady character. How many times have you been arrested? And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. You're a little bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Crane Village is the home of the mysterious Corain channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Corain School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright. Earth to Nick, how long are you gonna make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yeah, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer! Let's see the exhibit! Looks like I don't got a choice here. Might as well head on out. Exhibit plus right to the court record. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordly Taylor, main exhibit. Lordly Taylor? It's these fanciest and most expensive department store. Fish exhibit, huh? Yeah, to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look right. Depends on how you display it. Oh, they even had the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fey Manor storeroom. Oh, yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. A family heirloom? Say, Nick? The person in charge of this exhibit is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright. I guess we should go and say hello. First, just gotta do a quick routine check. She is 19 now. Okay. Just making sure. I just want to make sure that she, you know, how old she is before weird things happen and she says silly things. What's music? So much of old urns. Are they treasures too? Of course they are. There's a treasure exhibit, isn't it? Oh yeah, I guess so. That's all it takes to be a treasurer's age. I wonder if nobody likes museums. I like museums. Those ones are kind of cool. Oh, Mr. Maya, look! Can't believe it! Ah, it's so cute! It's a little diorama of Corain Village. Yeah, look at that! But somehow it seems to reek of dreariness. Mr. Maya, it's your house! It even says Fey Manor on it! Yikes, you're right. I kinda wanna add the famous in front of it. Don't do it, Maya. You'll make it mad. I mean, it's her place, though. Oh. What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around with nothing on it. Oh, well, it must be for the greatest treasure of all. The greatest treasure? Is there something like that? Huh? Why, of course there is. Right, Pearly? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll bet it would really take your breath away. Cool! Thanks! He's a cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed into it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English, 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number has gone up since the last time I saw it. Well, I was looking for new ways to, you know... Being a medium sounds like a rough way to live. I'm just curious what all this is. I remember this old folding screen here. You sure it was an important piece of evidence. That murder case that happened in Corain Village. This folding screen is the greatest of all the spirit channeling secrets. The 60th Corain Sacred Writing folding screen! It's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in this exhibit? Alright, that's enough looking around. Let's go to the warehouse. October 11th, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. Yep, this is the basement warehouse, alright.
This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Eee! A monster, you were right! Huh? A monster? Oh! Adrian Andrews? Nani? Good evening, it's good to see you again. You? I know. Man, black looks great on her. Nice to see you again too, little miss. Hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you, I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you? Adrian sure has changed since we last met. I like it. Man, she looks so much better, too. God. She's so hot. I mean, what? So this is the warehouse? The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. God, she looks great. Really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who's this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Music Maya! Shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll need pearl or that'll needle pearls further. Mr. White was there for me when I really needed help. It's the thing that happened 7 months ago. Dang, 7 months ago, huh? Alright. You remember, don't you, the Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in that dark mine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. It wasn't for us. No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Oop, that's a relief. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Running a huge exhibit like this must be very tiring. Well, the Italians are celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibit hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? Finest museums. Yeah, I did. It's really wonderful. So, the basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So, look at that face she's making. Ooh, a lot. Cool. What are you? Mystic Maya! Go look next to the door. That's Miss Agami, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Mami Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls on the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique is holding a Saichi-shito. Or Shichi-shito. What creepy looking thing she's holding. Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Korean Shichi-shito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, Fooey. Wanted to cut something. What are you even eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually. I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Ooh, I like the sound of that. Dine? It sounds so fancy. I have the kids' lunch. Ha ha ha. Apparently it's dinner, not lunch. You should go for it and really eat your fill with the kids' dinner. Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Can we head upstairs then? What a pleasant evening. All that remained was to make the exhibit's opening, the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. I agree. None of us could have imagined. The very next day, something terrible would happen. October 12th, 10:09 a.m., right in Colossus. Nick! So terrible! What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm gonna turn on TV.
Well, we've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, the authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of a renowned phantom thief, Mask to Mask.
A phantom thief, you say? Oh, oh, oh.
Mask the mask? According to the spokesperson, Tues-Thurs received a threat letter some days ago. This is the fifth heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasures. Tues-Thurs? Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure? Tues-Thurs. You don't think. Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask the Mask. Most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen. What? Hold on. Refresh my memory a little. What was the sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Korean village. That's all. Look, it's right here on the poster. I never noticed the picture of Maya in the corner. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Well, used to. You mean the soul of Mystic Ami Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. You think if they were going to put on display, they would have fixed it. Like, actually fixed it. And not left it as I am. Right, Pearly? Yeah, that's right. Hold up. I thought it had the name Ami written on it. Now it says I am. You know how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well... There took up unsolved, didn't you say, Mr. Nick? She broke it. That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean Village, Maya's hometown. The Sacred Urn. It turned out to be an important clue in that case. They got an end of the court record? I'm showing you the Korean Village. Supposed prices. The plan will pop. Okay, they're shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Well, Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Will it even bother you? But the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya! He's the future master of the Korean School of Channeling. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I want you to say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Yeah, obvious. Well, find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer. What the hell you do with this? If you're a real gentleman, you'd find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man, there's nobody against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So, what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask. Nick, make a note of it. Mask the Mask. Oh, it was terrible. He's arrested and everything. Was this the... Okay. 1 year ago, the murder in Korean Village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being a key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick? Would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now I remember, this urn used to say Ami on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry. Not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Ami, it says I am. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now. A whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Alright, well, I guess... Let's get moving then. I'm sure Adrian has some words for us. Number 12, Lily Taylor, main exhibition hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But I don't think anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh. Wait, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. What do you mean, oh no? It's you! I'm the one who's gonna be saying that again. Why is it every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that! What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here anyway? Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello? It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh! It's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now's a good chance for you to try to remember it right.
And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick.
Yeah. Good to see you again, too, I guess. Hold up, Gumshoe. What happened?
Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened?
Ah, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn.
I know about that.
Oh, well, the criminal's name is Master Mask.
I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that?
Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning.
How exactly do you know that?
We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the end was just stolen.
The scene of the crime? You mean here, right?
That urn was being kept under a careful guard in the basement warehouse.
Basement warehouse? Huh. So who is guarding the basement warehouse?
That guy, it's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head, thinking he's an ace detective.
An ace detective? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Master Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bag known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Master Mask.
So he's some kind of master disguise, huh?
And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Well, last night was his 5th heist. And if Botticelli had only cooperated, I could have got him this time.
What? You knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn?
Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something.
Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. So, why do you call him an ace detective anyway?
That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up.
So, what's he like?
Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. The 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that's impressive. All by himself?
Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send them into a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten as much of a glimpse of the guy.
But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now looking for clues.
He's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So, what's this calling card?
Here it is. But don't show it to anyone, it's top secret, okay, pal?
What's this mark on the front?
That's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have gotten it on them.
They didn't mention that on the news flash.
We're withholding the detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem.
Sent before a heist. The emblem is top secret. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Ed, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday.
Thanks, I guess.
Not to spoil anything, but he kind of will. His name's Apollo Justice.
That's all there is to it, really.
Not so much an imitator. If I remember right, Apollo is basically like Nick's pupil. Like trains under him, so. Less an imitator, more a continuation of the brand. Alright. Well, let's go to the basement warehouse and talk to this new ace detective guy. October 12th, Worldly Taylor, basement warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. Well, it's probably because it's an air-conditioned... It's probably because it's air-conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. What the heck does that mean? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Who are you anyway? Shh! Silence! This guy... Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What do you see? Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. And a very advanced in the trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of all gentlemen. Many gentlemen. I'll introduce myself. My name is Atme. Look at me. Stop. Look at me. I mean, there's a lot to look at, my guy. Hey, sit down. Oh, hi? Let me intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's right. The Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm IFA. Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Profe. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin. And, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent! Now then, shall we begin our little game? Game? What does he face the one short of a baker's dozen? Come to mind with this guy. Is he really as famous as you say? Of course, for a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me! I am Master Mask's archenemy, the ace detective. Look at me! At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious force of darkness, the other, the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his journey, the portrait of Magina, to the crime scene. Literally by myself, I took it back from mask to mask. With my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news, in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. Though, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Understandable. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here in Orly Taylor. Naturally! Wherever Mask to Mask goes, you will find Agni lying in his elegant traps. Elegant traps. The mask out elegance to you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. Maybe I should ask him what happened last night in more detail. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Glad I was able to get you nowhere, Pinocchio. I first received the request from my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Mask to Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes. You see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. The calling card arrived, right? Yes, so as detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. And waited for him. Alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous! Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? You got a lot of nerve. Well, it was you that listed and asked him away. I always operated alone and concealed, out of sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. My own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred ring disappeared. But it's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. Someone seriously messed up his own steak out. He's rather full of himself. So you think that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urns still somehow vanished from under your nose? It's just not possible. Alright. Well, let's do some examination. What do we got? Yes, sir, lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior. What do you mean? This criminal is an artiste. The crime scene is a canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective Acme, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs. Did you translate that for me, Nick? I think you pretty much said, don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about that, you have to but ask at me. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask. What do I do now? Do we have any top secret information? Stuff that only a real crime buff would know? I'll think about it. I'll ask when I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. There's a lot of paint everywhere. Oh my god. He's not gonna let me look at anything. Alright. Well, in that case... Security at Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art and display in your Treasures of Corraine exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? That's really nice. This will surely be Master Mask's final heist. Last time I came close and managed to retrieve the stolen treasure. Mark my words, this criminal of humanity will be found guilty in due time. And then I, Luke Acme, Ace Detective, will dance with joy. I have no clue what you're blabbering about, but I guess I'll find out soon. Alright then. Cool. So, I don't suppose he'll let me examine literally anything. Organi. Burp. Burp. Sure. Alright. This will be very interesting. Right? Because they don't have, like, someone who's been caught. Oop. Guess perhaps the calling card then? Must have a calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information. Well, you've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, sir lawyer, I've been told that you are pursuing the mysterious thief. Oh, I'm not sure it's about exactly. That's right. We're gonna find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If a chance you should discover something of value, return them to my office. Well, it's a Earthly Delights, the Acme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute. She's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's try to investigate before he changes his mind. I'll go to his office too. Take me with you, okay? Take a look. So we got box. Pretty looking wooden box. Huh? This box out of the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. Maybe clues to the thief's identity on here. It works so hard to make that box. That explains why it's pathetic. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box? Maya? What's that supposed to mean? There has always been let it stand in the binding way of Fey Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Hey. Oh my god. Yeah, the better Master Mask had taken the box too. Yo, that bass line? Hey, Curly, you know what this is? It's a computer. Computer? Oh, I've heard of those. They have such a cute name. I think this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. Someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. See if we can find the last night's data on this thing. Maybe even find a photo of Master Mask. Let's see here. I always think I work on these things. What's wrong with you, Nick? You're studying an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I have no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, looks like the camera only went off once last night. The camera went off once around 1 AM on the night of the crime. Oh, that bass. So good. It's a security camera. It's trained at the big door to the storeroom. It's able to take a photo of anyone who goes in or out. It's a security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of that door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mr. Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. Yes, let's just incriminate ourselves. It's like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on the side is birth. Aha! I've got it. It's supposed to say hamburger. What? Anyone write hamburger that big? Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kinda doubt it. Aha! I've got it! Maybe it said spaghetti. Are you talking about? Wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says birth. There's no way it could say spaghetti. Oh, maybe it was a typo. And then it said spaghetti festival. What do you think? Okay to me? Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Okay, ladder! Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder? So, what's the difference? Can you stop judging things based on a narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick? Right, sorry. What if we had this exact conversation before somewhere? Gotta love it. Alright, what's with this? Wow, this is awesome! What did you say what it was called again? Shichishito? Really, 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so says Miss Andrews. Wow, it's pretty heavy. 1 hit, 7 times the fun? Pretty catchy, huh? But it's all like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Oh, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword. Wasn't Mr. Gami holding it last night? Ah. That's another thing. The sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my little ace apprentice. Sword is bent, so that must mean... Last night someone used it somehow. Aha! I just thought of something. The detective at me smashed Master Mask with it. Like this. Yow! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! Shichishito added to the court record. The same amount of sword held in the hand of Amife statue. Was it bent before the crime? Well, it is now. Let's go over here. Oops. Let's go check out this side. There's the door. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. See, lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, the messenger said they're not allowed in there. What up with this paint? Well, what you did, Nick, you put paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed a color this outrageous. It is not outrageous. But his paint is already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before you dried, or before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. But it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape up in the bottom left of this stain. Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. I don't know, probably the box? Organi. It says Organi. That does it, Nick. It says organize. Just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? Alright, listen here. Listen here, Maya. The statue of Miss Nagami is so cool. I want a cool statue of myself. Put it in the office. Hey, it's Bright & Co. How about a cool statue of me? Mr. Nick? Sorry, but I noticed something strange. What is it, Pearls? The statue of Miss Nagami? Was this where it was last night? Ah! You're right. I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. But yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearl. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. The statue was moved, then maybe they're crying. Nami fake golden statue up in court record. There's like no turned over paint cans anywhere. Organi! Alright, I think that's everything here. I can't see anything else to take a look at, so... That looks like everything. So let's get out of here. Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix, right here? Hey, it's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally, this underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying... You captured the mask? Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him. The mask surrendered? That's great! So when can we come pick up the Sacred Urn? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you. What? Something wrong? Do you think you can swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. The mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. Detention center? Huh. God, the music is so great. Let's go to the detention center first. I think. Over to the detention center, visitor's room. Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep, after all, we got masked the map. Right, but, so where's the Sacred Urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But, you're the victim in this case. Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. Is he gonna be in full costume? You know, he's right, Nick. He is? If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. You used to think of the victim as a dead person, because I was on the murder cases. Excuse me. But, anyway, I have to get the Sacred Urn back. Please, don't just ignore me! Oh. How are you? Mask the mask. Oh, okay. Hey, Nick, isn't it kind of, well, gangly? Ron Delight, the famous Mask the Mask. Looks like it punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Yeah, you know... I won't lie. For Ace 22, I was talking a little bit about, how a lot of character designs are based on boys' love novels. Yeah.
Let that one sink in for a moment. Okay. So, you're the Master Mask guy? Yes, you bet! No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of, yes, and sort of no. If you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled mask to mask, it's actually a mask to mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, you know that much. Don't do that, don't look at me like that! I don't need your pity! The major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well... I know why, because you saw such a priceless treasure. Now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure? Broken will learn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes? What is it? Could you... go and talk to Desi? Desi? Desi D's nuts! Oh! Got him! Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back, I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. Damask? Can you speak up a little? Yes, sir. I will, I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn? Oh, yes, the urn. Right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but... actually, I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell it to us straight. Please, please don't yell at me. Yeah. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? Whoops. Wrong button. What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so? I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it. Like I said, these things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and get your bag, you know. What? You got our sacred urn on a train? Oh, wait a minute. You on a train dressed like that? Or just like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. Their story is more surreal than a Dolly painting. You really sure that this creep is Mask to Mask? Hey, don't call him a creep. Well, you have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. So, who's this Desi person? Stop talking about my wife like that. Guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry, the truth is, it's my wife that told me to have you all come here. Can you go visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Missing it! What do you mean by hideout? Oh, sorry, actually I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment actually, Palazzo El Pepe. Third floor. Go have a look, Nick, at SMS hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Well, I guess so. October 12th, Mask to Mask hideout. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it. This is Mask to Mask hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Yo! Who are you? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm IFA, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky Boy and Maya, huh? How grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome? Did you really call me Nicky Boy? I love her. About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit? By the way, did you know that they mentioned Maya on TV?
Huh, really? They sent you on the errand and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Well, enough to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie. He has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insinuating, or insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying. So it was even possible. Huh? But are you saying he didn't? Of course he didn't! When may Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know... Is it possible that his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Ooh. Oh, excitement, huh? Yeah, not my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike on at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Well, I think it depends on how you ride it. Sometimes I can't stand living a boring, trivial life with no action. No offense, but your husband Ron doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. And you're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills or danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yeah, money. Money's incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like the shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The day it actually happened. It actually started to spin. Yeah, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Well, he's a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? They get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. It's a security guard? I think it's my turn for a head spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? When did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? According to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. This night it was horrible. Got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes, anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. They finally caught me, the poor man was white as a sheet. Ooh. About 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Still just got an airtight alibi. Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of the night. But I got home, he was pretty fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi.
Interesting. Interesting. So what do you know about Mask to Mask? Mr. Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Mask to Mask? Mask to Mask? Of course I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep, what? Huh? Biggest fan? Yeah, Randy can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's what misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute. Did you say delusional? No, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Mask to Mask. What? What are you talking about? So, when did Ron first become Mask to Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Mask to Mask. But wait a second. We're in this room. This place is obviously Mask to Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. Real Thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Mask to Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, he really had stolen the urn. Wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. It should really isn't exactly a criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe the light isn't Mask to Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know it makes you look like a bad girl on the outside. One thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had a feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but you can say you got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie, I just know it. Give this to Ronnie for me? Letter?
Yes, for Bunny. I want him to fight back. Miss Delight. Okay, you got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Oh boy. Well, I guess let's go give him the letter. Oops. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. Oh, Desi, thank you. Better give him to Mask. Actually, more like taken. My dear Bunny, how are you? I'm doing fine. Pushing out of that letter so hard that the ink is going to be squeezed out. Looks so happy. Well, there's Mystic Light too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer?
Yes?
In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? This would be asking a lot, but... Could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this mask guy. Well, yeah, but... Desi Ray, he didn't do it. That poor man, he still deluded himself into thinking he did it, right, Miss Ray? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, oh no, it's spreading. Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. I do. Well, we'll take it. Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give you a try. I'll defend it. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief, you can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief. But I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you. Ever! Pearly, wait! This is gonna be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. Guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya! Where's Pearls? She says she's coming back to the office. Could you check in on her later, would you? And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm going to cry. I know I have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick. The show on the road!
All right. I guess let's go check on Pearls. For this month.
Ah, Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I bought a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls? It sounds like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Well, Mr. Nick, I was wrong about...
This literally just happened. We don't need a flashback. I'm gonna be honest.
Mr. Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Excuse me. I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay. I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. It'd be a good time for me to ask about her. First met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder took... Or when that murder happened at Crane Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone? Hey, Maya! I just thought it was because she was young, but... But what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me. Huh? Something you need to understand.
What is it?
Kind of like the Crane Village custom.
Excuse me?
There are hardly any men in Crane Village.
Once you mentioned it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited.
I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fae family? Yeah, you did, and that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Crane Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh. Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father... He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, he grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. But she's so sensitive to things like that. Understandable. He seems to love you a lot. Well, because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year. His mother is... Oh, yeah. In jail, probably. I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. So, you see, I'm the only family Pearl has right now. But, the same for me, too. Maya. My mother's gone, too. So, your mother's still missing? Yeah, I don't have any idea where she is. Maya's mother. Misty Fay. Current master of the crane channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. Part of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? And according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the crane technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but someone else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, I'm gonna go ahead and start investigating. You're not gonna learn anything just sitting around in the office. Yeah, I know, but I want to talk to Pearls. Miss Nick? Yeah? I feel like a baby. Pearls? I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick? Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. Aw, it's okay. I won't just be apologizing. Well, I'm going out for a little bit now. Uh-huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling powers. I'm gonna show you I can be useful too. Finding some evidence. Hey, wait a... she sure runs fast. Yeah, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. Well, let's, I guess, go to Atney. Right? This is the detective agency? Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? Yeah, it looks like nobody's home. Oh, what a waste of time. Hey, I know. Got my picture back with this as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. We'll try back later. Oh, he's not here. That's interesting. Alright then. Jessica's literally covered with all sorts of chemistry equipment. Oh, I just love chemistry. Hey, Nick, I know you didn't know this, but water is made up of carbon and hydrogen. Ooh. No, not carbon. Oxygen. Oxygen and hydrogen. Oh? Well, there are always alternative theories, I guess. The alternative theories, you mean the one that you make up inside that head of yours. That's one impressive bookshelf filled with some very impressive books. Life as an Ace Detective. Unabridged edition by Luke Atney, Ace Detective. Hey, he's even got one of those ships in a bottle thingies. Ah, look at that! Little Luke Atney doll at the helm. How cute! There's a microscope here too. I wonder if he was researching something. The glass slides have different names on them. It says Atney virus? He's just dying to make a name for himself, huh? It's been kind of irritating, actually. He really do just be like a crazed man, huh? Crazed madman. Whoa, it's a huge hearth. That's a fireplace. So what's the difference? You stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry? What a creepy painting. He's looking right at me. Maybe we should put a big portrait of you in the office, Nick. They even paint it for you. Maybe you can pose while cleaning the toilet. I think I prefer something a bit more dignified. Ah, being on the toilet. Hey, Nick, what's this thing here? It's called a gramophone? In the old days, people used them to listen to music. Can't be serious. It was probably for purifying the air or something. Bet you 50 cents, come on. What do you say? Forget it. You never pay up when you lose. Well, understandable. I guess maybe we can talk to... No. I guess, actually... Detention Center, maybe? No. Hmm. I guess, I don't know, maybe... the exhibit, maybe? Ah, ha 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 ha, what is that? I mean, exhibit hall. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn. Oh my god, it's so cute. God. Ah, why is she so cute? Please, calm down. What's wrong? Well, we know what's wrong. The urn got stolen. It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm so sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Oh, I was taking a sip of water. No, it's okay. No, I know I don't look it, but I'll go with my hands. I could make you another. Burn. Hold on, just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. So when did you get the calling card from Mask to Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago? I was planning to show it to the police, but the detective stopped me. So you asked Detective at me to help with security? Yeah, in fact it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse? Yes, the detailer is very serious about their security measures. It's their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night. Even enough of a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why'd you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but initial value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But the urn contains the stolen Misakami. But anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Admin. But 5 days ago, I came receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Coraine. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Mask to Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Adrian, she probably even checked out what they were eating for breakfast that morning. I don't know if I can really get anything out of her. I can ask her with a sword. Miss Andrews? No, I know. It's all my fault. What's done is done. I'll make it up by making a new urn for you. I'm just wasting my time. She's too far gone. Yeah, I don't think there'll be anything that we can, get out of her. Maybe Atmi's back now? Aha! Hello? Well, well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. Yeah, we're actually kind of... Silence. Precisely as I expected. What is it? Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. Hello, Airhunt. A spirit medium. Yeah, am I correct? I think you've already been through this. Ah, so my estimation was correct. Sorry. How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you?
You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone that last night.
Precisely. This was my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey.
I heard you've been after Master Mouse since his very first theft.
Yes, my dear, I think you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Amanon. I first encountered him in Museum Sacred Hall, the crime scene itself.
So that's why you were hired at security for the treasure exhibit? Pretty sure that Adrian Andrews hired him.
Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Burley Taylor to set up a perfect trap.
It must be in the security camera.
But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too.
How did Master Mass manage to steal the urn? That's the $1 million question. What is Master Mass modus operandi?
Mr. Atney, do you know about the Sacred Urn?
Oh man, we're gonna go well over.
I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred Urn. That has nothing to do with this case.
But isn't that what Master Mass stole this time?
I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey.
Oh my god.
Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to the pigeons?
I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. It's kind of bothering me.
Please, my dear, pass me anything you like. After all, they are but seekers, wandering alone in the dark.
Well, I was wondering how Master Mouse managed to steal the urn. I mean, it's really strange that you don't seem to know. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Oh, we're doing this again, huh? Alright. What the? A psych lock? Psych lock? Hey, Nick, what is this psych lock thing? Well, your manga told me to see what people are keeping secrets. Like breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are.
What?
Magatama has that kind of power? You're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Fey family heirloom, but Burley was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. The woman that's going to take over the Korean channeling school someday? But how do you do it? How do you break a Cyclops thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool. Can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. Oh boy. I think the future master needs to learn how to be patient. I don't necessarily know if we have what we need. However, one curious. We might be able to. Master Mask's M.O. Detective Atney, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime.
Oh, well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door.
I'm not sure why this Ami guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atney, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. Yeah, the camera. It fired. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door.
Precisely.
I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night.
What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be.
Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned.
What? You're saying that I didn't do my duty properly?
Detective Atney, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason he desperately wants to keep hidden. Maybe that's just a piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, I suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were... unconscious.
I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence.
The sword. Oops. The sword. Detective Atney, you were not found unconscious by the thief, weren't you?
Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atney, could be knocked unconscious so easily?
Well, this sword proves it.
That's...
Before the theft, this sword was in the hand of the statue of Ami Faye. Furthermore, at the time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by the sword. Well, Detective, how about it?
I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney.
This guy, it looks so crazy and I kind of love it. I especially like the monocle that's also a magnifying glass.
I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say.
So, you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you.
Clobber, what an ugly way of saying it. But, I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer.
So, you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse?
No, the coward must have rammed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. And my accident must have struck me in the back of the head. Or struck me on the head from behind with his gruesome item here.
Ouch. Stanley should have his poor head examined. Say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? The Shichihiko updated in the court record. Les knocked Atney out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Well, looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atney is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask.
Just one moment, Sir Lawyer.
The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. But you never actually saw him.
Perhaps so, but I installed the security camera for such a contingency.
Oh.
Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold! This is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera.
Oh. That's him. Master Mask. The camera photo added the court record. Photo of storeroom entrance, taken by the camera at the night of the crime.
The thief can be none other than the arch criminal, Master Mask.
After all, there's a very good reason for committing such a brazen crimes. What are you talking about? So, what did you mean by he has a very good reason?
Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate.
But, how would you know about that?
Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me.
Yeah, I guess we better go take a look, just in case. Alright. Then, let's go take a look. Let me examine his room. Oh, hey, green envelope. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atney said?
Exactly that, Mr. Delight. A very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate.
Yet again, flashback for a thing that just happened. Like, come on. Not a string. This hasn't happened before. There's a green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. Don't want your true identity revealed to the world? Come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000? 50,000? This is a blackmail letter. Looks like a major clue, alright. Blackmail letter added to the court record. Oh, someone's at the door! I'll be right back. Take but a second, I promise. Well, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. Hey, damsel in distress, I just can't help myself.
But please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself a home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Ah, Nicky boy. I'm so sorry. I've got another guest. Ah? Is it, what, is it? You're... Yep. Nick, it's you, and Molly too. What a fluke. Ah, Barry. Long time no see. What, you know each other? Nicky boy. Nick, do this girl have, you know, something going on? Something? I think. I underestimated you, Nick. Gorgeous lady like this. And married, too. Way to go, dude. I knew it. Things can't get any worse. It's time to cue in the butts. Very butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey, man, that wasn't nice. That was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what he used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. What we used to say. Hey, come on now! You're embarrassing me. In front of the pretty little thing here. You two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. We go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm gonna check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So, how have you been, Nick? Good to see if you want to know. So, what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. Look at those clothes. You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. Hey, time flies when you're having fun. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore. Yeah, dumped again? Well, you know, Bennifer, I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. It's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Bennifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. They're so... Oh. But you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. It's like he's still the same old Larry. So, what are you doing here anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural born nice guy, that's all. Actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. What? So you found this last night? Yeah, got a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Ron's wallet. Not my layering his part-time security job? Or, oh my god, his part-time security job company building? Head of the crime. Hang on, let's see this for a minute. I knew it. Guess his picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking, at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. Ah, no way, man. She's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss White. So you said you found that at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? Security guard, huh? So that's what the uniform is all about. Alright. So, what time was it when you found this last night? Well, why are you asking that? To see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for the crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 in the morning, on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this card? The key card for the security company. See, he's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you were working a part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company? Huh. I'm not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this keycard. Outside Ron's wallet. Apparently used for the building of his part-time job. Well, let's find out about this keycard then. So you're sure about this keycard? Yep, that's the keycard we use in the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record.
It leaves a record?
Yeah! That's exactly who entered the room and win. Larry, I need that data. Slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. Times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. The card updated in the court record. Alright, perhaps he knows about the blackmail as well. Hey, Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then say it already. Huh? The blackmail letter? You know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis. That's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Ew. Man, you scared me. Huh? Must have had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got a part-time job. KB Security. What? I should really find out some more info about this KB Security company. KB Security. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter? You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay, I hope that's it. Huh? So what are you doing here, then? Well, the boss is away right now. Oh my god. Okay, I thought I had another one coming. The boss is away right now, and you know what Mike's do when Cat's away. Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let's see, about 30 minutes by car, I guess? Well, you fly down the road anyway. Well, this part of the building is pretty close to Lori Taylor, right? Oh my god.
It would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back.
Oh my god, I'm allergic to Larry.
Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred. Well, he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn.
Ugh.
Hey, Nick, your phone. Hello? Is this White Residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Bloody Towers try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I always felt in front of that person's office.
Oh god.
What that was? That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says sorry when he's excited? Look at me, nice detective. Okay, stay right there, we're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now? Sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your special friends. Let's say goodbye to Miss Light for me, would you, Larry? Oh, we're not gonna break the news to him? Oh my god, I don't know why I'm sneezing. Jeez. Alright. Well, she's outside at me, so. October 12th, at me Detective Agency. Oh my goodness. I swear. Ah, Miss Nick, Miss Maya. Early. Never thought I'd see you two again.
Oh man. So, is Mr. X Detective out of the office?
Yeah, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last?
Now that you mention it. Look at the bag. The giant bag.
This bag, it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property.
You're such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation.
That's true. And truth be told, I am kind of curious.
Well, what's in there?
Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth.
Well, hello there. He's here. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly.
I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it.
Nick, can't believe you. The gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The question is, you afford to waste time lollygagging about here?
What do you mean by that?
Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial, it's Vari. Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunch.
What? Wow, Nick. I think it's gonna be really exciting. I mean, like, that is pretty exciting. I don't know what's going on, though. What's gonna happen in the trial tomorrow? That's so dramatic.
Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place.
This certainly doesn't sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick.
Tomorrow will be a day to remember. Hi, look at me. We'll take the stand. And then, Zvari, my testimony will prove to be an undoing, or the undoing, of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thieves' co-conspirators.
Conspirators?
You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not that
Oh my god.
It is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous enemy you will face during the trial.
What are you talking about?
Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot.
Godot? I have heard of him. Not in previous games. I personally have heard of him.
You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty.
Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. D-Light really is the mask.
My dear lady. Things may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you'll understand this when you are more mature.
Who is this Godot person?
It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard of the name. Godot, a prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chances to simply meet him.
Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick?
It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in the country.
And you agree with that?
Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Acme of the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I remember hearing about someone like that.
Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance.
Looks like we're done investigating for the
day. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin.
A new prosecutor, a detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. But unfortunately, the trial we will have to do tomorrow, because we are well over on time. Yo, so we will be meeting the great Ace Prosecutor next time, tomorrow. Oh man, am I pumped to meet him. He is great. We'll get the amazing line out of him to start. He is the best, honestly. I think he is the best. Edgeworth is cool. Ahon Karma's cute. But Godot, ooh, there's a charm to Godot. And I have no idea how I'm going to voice him. I also kind of want to change some of the voices I've already done for some of the characters, like both of the delights. Because I don't particularly like them. Dazzy sounds basically just like Maya, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the other guy. I think Luke is great though. I think I hit Luke right on the head. Good old at me. Well, that's enough ego stroking. I don't really have anything. I mean, I could just sit here and talk about how I've been playing Dark Souls Remastered, going for the 100% completion. It's a pain, gotta say. You have to do so much work in that game. And all of them, actually. You have to do 3 separate playthroughs to get everything. It's insane. But, regardless, that's neither here or there. Continue Ace Attorney 3 tomorrow. We'll get to meet the prosecutor. The best prosecutor, in my opinion. At least one of the best. He's definitely up there. Doe is amazing. So we'll get to meet him tomorrow and start our trial. And I think I know what's going on here. I already believe I know what's going on here. But I will save my theories for when I am presented the opportunity to present them. This is always the case. VODs, they're a thing. They exist. And by that, of course, I mean that they are on another channel. There's a link below. There is a command for it. Pull it all up. All of them are there. All of them go there. Next day, 12 p.m. EST, right at noon. So you can look forward to that if that's the thing you're interested in. Otherwise, I got nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because it's actually quite late, and I'm actually kind of hungry. Until next time, tomorrow, where we'll start the trial and probably also get through the rest of the investigating. Because I think this is only a 2-part trial. I think it's only 2 days. But we'll see. I don't actually know. I'm just assuming. Because usually the first one, or like the second one, is usually like a 2-day trial. And the third one's a 2-day trial, and the third one's like super long. Or the fourth one is like super long. But we'll see. There might even be 5 in this game. I actually don't know. I'll have to check that. But we'll find that out when the time comes. So until then.